The transfer market in the EPL has been quite dull. Perhaps the best deal so far is the Gunners' signing of the hot Euro star Riccardo Calafiori for €45 million. Now, remember to like and subscribe. Let's get started. Anyone who watched Arsenal last season knows that their players are incredibly tough in one-on-one duels, capable of devouring any opponent. This strength in physical confrontations comes from the Gunners' management, focusing on bringing in players with meta-standard physiques like Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, William Saliba, and Ben White. No wonder they look so formidable in battles. Naturally, their new signing, Calafiori, is also that type of player. He stands at 1.88 meters tall, weighs around 86 kilos, and has a very broad frame. Just hearing that, you can tell how good he is in physical battles. Additionally, Calafiori has very long legs, which help him cover the field and make impressive tackles. Besides being big and strong, the former Bologna center-back is also very agile, with decent acceleration and a relatively flexible hip, allowing him to defend well on the flanks and in one-on-one situations with opposing wingers. Physically, he's like the Italian John Stones. Now, let's dive deeper into Calafiori's skill set. Usually, when analyzing center backs, you first look at their defensive abilities, right? With Calafiori, it's different, because what impresses me the most when watching this Italian center back play is his ball handling skills. The first standout point of this Roma Academy graduate is his excellent ball carrying ability. Calafiori loves to use long strides to take advantage of his leg length and speed. He drives the ball straight forward, drawing the opponent's attention and creating space for his teammates. If the opponent manages to catch up with Calafiori, it's still hard to take the ball from him due to his extremely powerful physique. It's very difficult for opponents to win shoulder-to-shoulder battles with the Italian center-back. Another proof of Calafiori's excellent ball handling is his first touch and long strides to accelerate. The 2002-born center-back knows how to use body orientation and good first touches to his advantage when receiving the ball. He also knows how to manipulate the opponent's defense with continuous small touches, drawing their attention and forcing them to constantly adjust their positions. This can create space for passing or carrying the ball forward. Most importantly, Calafiori is always very calm when handling the ball, which helps him easily deal with pressing situations from the opponent. As a modern center-back, ball passing skills are indispensable, and this is another strong point in Calafiori's play. The Italian player has a very solid skill set. He has good vision and a risky passing style. Therefore, whenever there's a gap, he makes precise through passes. Besides those through passes, Calafiori also has a wide range of passes to switch play. It seems that long diagonal passes from left to right are more comfortable for him, while lofted passes or long balls to the left are just average. Another standout feature of Calafiori is his adventurous playing style. He is very willing to push forward to exploit spaces and is ready to make runs in combination plays with his teammates. This movement reminds me somewhat of John Stones in the past 1 or 2 seasons when Pep Guardiola allowed him to play the libero role, moving freely to support his teammates. Just look at his heat map from last season in Serie A. Calafiori, playing as a center-back, had a range of activity that looked no different from a box-to-box midfielder. That's his ball handling part. Now let's see how strong Calafiori is defensively. First, Calafiori plays very aggressively. He has the ability to constantly press the opponent, not giving them any breathing room, and a prime example of this is Morata in the Italy versus Spain match you see in the picture. Playing so aggressively and being thrown into a pressing and counter-pressing heavy system like Arsenal's is a perfect fit. But playing tough and aggressive is something anyone can do. Playing effectively is the hard part. This requires some intelligence to read the situation and make accurate decisions. Fortunately, this is also a strength of the Italian center-back. Combining intelligence with his long legs allows Calafiori to move ahead to intercept passes or accurately time his tackles during the opponent's dribbles. Additionally, I find the former Bologna center-back very strong in aerial duels. Standing at 188 meters tall with an excellent jumping reach and impressive ability to judge the ball's drop point, he always has the upper hand in aerial contests. His aerial duel win rate is up to 71.4%, placing him in the top 5% of center backs in Serie A, which is quite telling. However, every strong player has a weakness. The first issue, which is also a strength I mentioned a few minutes ago, is the Italian center back's aggressiveness. This weakness actually applies to all aggressive center backs. With his relentless playing style, he sometimes leaves gaps behind for opponents to exploit, or worse, gets too eager and allows opponents to slip past him. For example, in this play at the Euros, Calafiori quickly closed down Lamine Yamal right after he received the ball. And with the skill of a dribbling master, the 16-year-old just needed a slight push to get past him and reach the byline. At Bologna, things were still manageable because John Lucumi did an excellent job covering behind him. But at Arsenal, it should be similar, with players like Saliba, Gabriel, or even Rice, who are all excellent at covering. However, Calafiori shouldn't rely on this too much because if he wants to improve, he will need to learn to temper his aggressiveness. Another noteworthy point is his relatively extensive injury history. He suffered a ligament injury at 16, and since then, Calafiori has had to miss at least 10 games each season due to injuries. The 2023-2024 season was the first time in his career that he played over 2,000 minutes without any long-term absences. However, looking at his history, it's still quite concerning, as there's no guarantee he can replicate this feat. Coach Arteta will need to plan the squad usage carefully to protect this €45 million signing as best as possible, avoiding long-term injuries. Last year, Timber had to sit out, which was more than enough. So, how will Coach Arteta fit this new signing into an already smooth-running system at Arsenal? It's simple. Just slot him into the left-back position. Why? Because what Calafiori brings to the table surpasses all the other left-backs at the gunner. The Italian player has better wing and 1v1 defense than Tomiyasu, better box defense than Kiwior, and while his playmaking and creativity might be slightly behind Zinchenko, he's still solid. Add his defensive prowess, and he's overall better than the Ukrainian player. As a left-back, I think the new signing from Bologna will play quite similarly to Ben White on the other side, in a relatively versatile role. Calafiori will need to know how to play as an inverted fullback and as a left-sided center back when White or Timber push forward or move inside. More importantly, being on his natural side and having decent crossing ability, Calafiori is expected to perform more underlaps and overlaps, boosting Arsenal's attacking power on the left compared to last season. This also provides support for Martinelli, preventing him from being isolated and allowing him to move inside more to play his preferred winger role. If Coach Arteta doesn't prefer this setup, playing Calafiori as a left-sided center-back is also a good option. While I rate his defensive abilities slightly lower than Gabriel's, his contributions to ball control are significantly better than the Brazilians. In this case, he should play a libero role, similar to how Pep uses John Stones. However, given that Arteta doesn't allow his defenders to play too adventurously, putting Calafiori as a center-back might not be very reasonable. Overall, this is a perfect fit signing for Arsenal, as the left flank has always been a weak point in Arteta's system in recent seasons. With this new player, the gunner will have a left back who combines the best skills of Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, and Kiwior. As long as Calafiori stays injury-free and maintains his playing frequency like last season at Bologna, he will undoubtedly become a crucial piece in Arteta's quest for the title next season. If not, well, with his good looks, he could always do some commercials to make up for it. What do you think about this signing? Leave a comment and share your thoughts with us. See you in the next videos.